Hello everyone, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. We're going to get right into Aquarius, the next 7 days in love, where your head is at, and see where your mind, body, heart, and soul is at in that area. Alright guys, so give it one more second for Aquarius, next 7 days. I'll pull some clarifiers as well. Ooh. Jumpy cards today, they're excited today, man. Done 6 readings today and the cards have been jumpy all day. There we go. Alright. Aquarius. Let's get right into it, straight out. And that was the card that just flipped. It came back. Page of Wands. Covered by the Ace of Swords. Queen of Wands. Temperance. Four of Swords. And you have Two of Pentacles. Alright. Bottom of the deck you have the Knight of Wands. Actionary, right? Air of fire. Willing to move forward. The Knight of Wands is the cheerleader, right? He's the one who talks about his passion, follows his passions, right? He stokes support and confidence, whether it be in his own objective or the objective of someone close to him that he feels strongly about. So we have here Page of Wands and Ace of Swords. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, Temperance, Two of Pentacles. Taking a quick look here. There is definitely a feeling in the area of love that you want to take a moment off to sort of think about your next move. You're ready to engage and follow your heart. But following your heart involves a new way of thinking, and it also involves a little bit of patience and temperance and really thinking about the next step. Queen of Wands talks to some trials and tribulations you've recently gotten over, but let's get right into it. Page of Wands, Ace of Swords. So right now, you're ready to follow your drum, right? You're ready to be who you are and follow your passion when it comes to love. It could be that you're following a road that's not expected of you, right? Whether it be the type of relationship you want to have or the person you want to have a relationship or the type of love you're looking for. It seems to me that you're following your ideal here. Page of Wands Pages are always associated with overcoming fear, but Page of Wands is the idealist. You're ready to put all of your energy and fire behind what you believe in, regardless of what anybody else may think of it. You don't care about the ridicule. You don't care if you're on your own. You just feel so passionate and strongly, right? And you're not fearful. And most of all, you don't have any fear of following that path. You're covered with an Ace of Swords, which is a feeling of really having a whole new way of looking at things, a whole new outlook. There's probably some information that may have come back to you that makes you feel sort of vindicated or triumphant, right? It almost feels, sometimes Ace of Swords, it's like the beginning. Aces are beginnings, right? The potential beginnings. But with Ace of Swords, there's always also a feeling that you've won something as well, right? You've won a battle somewhere. You've come out victorious, and on the strength of that victory, you're moving forward. And this is definitely talking about thinking, you know, your ideas, your confidence when it comes to your psyche and the way you see the world, right? Oftentimes, Ace of Swords can indicate new things coming in, right? New opportunities or new events coming into your life that broaden your mind, that allow you to think outside the box, and that in the same way also vindicate the way you've been sort of thinking of yourself and thinking of the world. Like, oh, I was right. You know, sometimes it can come in as a solution as well. And with this newfound energy here of wanting to follow your own path and this original kind of brilliance of clarity and free thinking that's coming in to buoy you up, you're really ready to go forward. There's a lot of sort of confidence there and clarity to go forward with. Now, mind and body. In your mind, though, you want to be careful. You're wanting to be strategic. And that speaks to that Ace of Swords. So it can be that for you, part of this new way of thinking, this new way of attacking problems, or this new way of finding solutions is to be patient, to pull back. Four of Swords is a card for truth, to pull back, to be more strategic about what it is you want to do next. Be more careful and considerate in your decisions. And this is regard to your love area. So it can be that now that you've decided what path you want to follow and you've really got some clarity on it, it's time also to really think carefully about how you want to implement that. And why is that? Well, you have Queen of Wands in the physical position of the body, earth, and that speaks to having gone through some trials and tribulations. You already have some wisdom, Aquarius, of how this may go, right? There's some wisdom here that you've already accumulated, and going through some difficult times before have made you so much stronger, and you've incorporated that wisdom. And so in a very real way, you understand how your decisions in life, and specifically here we're talking about as it applies to your love life, right? The areas of love in your life, how certain decisions will impact you on a physical level, right? How you live, your environment, your body, how you feel about yourself, the real world, the material world. Certain decisions in love will impact that, right? Will impact your comfort and your ability to sustain yourself, right? So again, it's like here, I feel like you're definitely using, Aquarius, your experience to maintain your experience and wisdom to kind of maintain whatever stability you do have, and taking that forward with you to this new sort of looking outward. It could be even just, like I said, the type of relationship you want to be in or the type of love you want to have may be very different to what you're used to, right? But you still have experience of how making difficult decisions in this area, or making decisions in this area that may be against the trend, right, but that are right for you, will impact you physically. And so you're wanting to be very careful, okay? You're wanting to be very, very careful. And it feels to me like some of you, for instance, if you're getting into a same-sex relationship, or you're getting into a relationship with someone who's from a very different background as yourself, and this is, you know what I mean? There are trials and tribulations that are associated with the type of people we choose to be with, the people we love, right? And those trials and tribulations come from the outside world. And so you have some wisdom in this, and that's not to say that you won't follow your heart, but it is to say that you're going to be very careful about the way you communicate, what decisions you make, and what you put out in the world, so that you're not just, putting yourself in a position of difficulty, right? Maybe being more private, not telling people certain things or communicating things differently. It's not to say that you're compromising yourself, but you want to follow your heart in a smart and healthy way so that it's stable. Temperance and Two of Pentacles, so heart and soul. In your heart, you're wanting to remain focused and centered and tempered, right? Not to get upset or fly off the handle. And again, this speaks to that Four of Swords, that feeling of wanting to be careful, because in your heart that if, an example is like, why put yourself in situations where you're going to be triggered, right? So mentally, that you're going to be careful about the decisions you make that will put you in those situations, because you don't want to be triggered. You don't want to have to deal with outside influences like throwing you off of your balance or your square. And temperance is all about that. It's all about sort of, measuring your emotions so that you are in control, so that you remain in touch with who you are, and you continue to sort of, I want to say, project the energy that you want to project, right? So that you are not, succumbing to the energies outside of you. Two of Pentacles is there in your spirit. And so right now, spiritually, there's a lot that you're juggling, right? And again, I see that because in a very physical way, Two of Pentacles is a physical sort of change, right? Chaos, ups and downs, juggling a lot. But again, being an idealist and following your passion, especially a Page of Wands where you have to show no fear for what anybody thinks of you, spiritually, that this may be quite new for you, right? This is a new path that you may be taking, Aquarius. And so spiritually, it kind of feels like there is a balancing that you're having to do, right? There is a reevaluating, a balancing that you're having to do. In terms of sort of recalculating or reevaluating what your spiritual sort of outlook and belief is in the world, right? And your passion, what your passions really are about. And Two of Pentacles can just indicate that feeling of juggling a lot of different ideas right now, juggling a lot of different sort of spiritual outlooks in a sense, and spiritual energies, right? It can be that at one time you're feeling like really going forward, and another time, again, pulling back, pulling some of that energy back. All right, let's get some clarity. And then this is going to be your reading, Aquarius. It wanted to pop out, but not quite. Show me Aquarius next 7 days. I want clarity on these cards. Oops, that Five of Wands is poking out. Clarity on the mind, body, heart, and soul for our Aquarius next 7 days. Show me. And another thing could be that, you may actually be physically, just changing your spiritual outlook, your environment. This Two of Pentacles is interesting. You may be taking in new ideas, right, about what you believe in a way. But it's taking on a very physical sort of form. Show me. Next 7 days for Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles, interesting. Lovers, Page of Pentacles, and Three of Cups. A lot of Pentacles energy here. We have 3 Pentacles cards. But, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So, maintaining your golden egg. Right? Remembering through wisdom. Okay, so you want to maintain your golden egg. You're also trying to maintain, I want to say, your stability and whatever you've worked for, right? Physically, financially. But Ace of Pentacles can also indicate a new opportunity coming in. So at the same time of you following your passion right now in the area of love, there is a new opportunity coming in. But your Queen of Wands is reminding you to be wise about it. Right? It's a golden opportunity, but be wise about it. So there could be that there are some aspects of work or money involved with your love life and the way you are looking at the future of your love life, right? Could be that you've met someone or you've encountered someone in the area of your work that is the source of you sort of now having this impetus to follow your own passion. Lovers comes in over Temperance, so there you have it. Not wanting to be triggered in the areas of love, right? And wanting to stay focused. Right? Again, this could be a union that is an unlikely union, maybe a very new union for you, right? In the way that, in the type of person that you're with or who you're with, and the type of relationship. And so again, you're wanting to remain very focused and tempered right now with this Lover's energy. There's a real give and take for you to try to figure out what is this new path going to be for you, certainly with this Ace of Swords and this new way of seeing things, right? This new way of seeing relationships and the potential of what kind of relationship it is that you want in your life. Ace of Pentacles again comes in. So maintaining the Page of Pentacles over the Ace of Pentacles here, mind and body, again wanting to maintain sort of a level of work, right? Activity. So Four of Swords, again, mentally you're wanting to be very careful about the decisions you make, but you also have, you're being active about it. You're working at it. You're being active about it. It feels to me like you've met somebody in your work, right? Throughout the course of your day-to-day events, Aquarius. And now you're kind of like sitting back and saying, hang on a second, let me think about this more strategically. The fire, you've overcome your fear of following your heart and following your passion and thinking and following something new. But in your head, I want to say you are caught up a little bit. And I think that's because because Page of Pentacles feels like you're bumping into this person every day. You're seeing them every day. You may be seeing them at work, right? You know what I mean? This connection. I feel like there's a connection here in the area of love. And And it could even be that if you don't have your eye on somebody specific, because that the person is vague, right? It could also be that it's just the air, it's just your surroundings right now, like where you're working and where you're doing your day to day tasks. You're being surrounded by a new outlook on love in a way, and it's hard for me, to describe it any more than that. And so again, it's new for you. It's opening up new ways of thinking, and yet you're still wanting to be very cautious here with that Four of Swords before you make the next decision. Three of Cups is there, so friends are helping you. Friends are going to be helping you kind of navigate this new sort of outlook in love, these new possibilities, and how you're having to juggle all of this with your own set spiritual beliefs. There are going to be friends in your life, Three of Cups, who will who will be there for you. You can come to them. They may come into your life, and they're going to help you sort of work through this, right? The bonds are strong with these people, and this juggling of this new understanding will definitely be aided by their sort of input because you love them, right? It can also bring you closer. Also feels like this new outlook you're having is going to be bringing you closer to some friends in your life, right? You were close with them, but it's like you're going to be even closer. Give me 2 cards. I just need 2 cards for energies, and then we can call this a reading for you, Aquarius. Show me where Aquarius is with all of this. I need 2 cards. Show me 7 days. On Spirit of the Woods, voices, goblins, nightmares. So it could be some doubt there. The Spirit of the Wind, activity, movement, and disruption. Again, yeah, there's a lot of activity. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Air. There's a lot of activity and movement because there's a disruption to in a way that you're used to operating, but you want it. You're passionate about it. You're ready to go. You've overcome that fear with that Page of Wands. But there are voices, goblins, nightmares, spirits of the woods. So there may be some spirit activity or some energy coming in this week that may come in to sort of, booga booga, scare you, make you doubt yourself, right? You may have some extra anxiety, right? Especially about this decision making right now, because it seems to me that making the right decision is very important to you. Spirit of the wind, though, activity, movement is in, right? Activity, movement is in. And there's some disruption as well. These are just energies that may or may not play into your week. I like to pull them just in case, there's something for you to look out for. And if something does come in that resonates with these energies, then you know what I'm talking about. You know what to look out for, how it will impact. This is a nice reading for somebody who's really coming to terms, I think. I keep feeling like it's coming to terms sexually or in some way with either your sexual identity, gender, your sexual sort of blueprint, the way you come out into the world, project yourself into the world, or the type of relationship that you're looking to have in the world. All right, guys, I love you so much, Aquarius. This is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out your Twin Flame reading, which is up. But for right now, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye-bye now.